Back to our panel, Tom Bevan, Real Clear Politics co-founder and publisher, Molly Hemingway, senior editor at The Federalist, and Mike Allen, co-founder and executive editor of Axios. Molly, what perked your ears on all of that?
Well, my colleague Mike Allen here cheerfully said that Mueller is unafraid. And it's worth remembering that he was also unafraid when he botched the anthrax investigation by targeting the wrong person, a blunder that cost taxpayers quite a bit of money. I think at this point there is definitely a burden of proof that the FBI, Department of Justice, and special counsel have to meet. President Trump talked about some of the conflicts of interest that are there. And Rosenstein actually has quite a few of them, not just what he was cited for with the letter recommending the firing of Comey. He also was probably the guy who signed off on Andrew McCabe's ridiculous investigation into whether Sessions was a Russian spy. And he also is overseeing this USAG who's investigating FISA abuses, of which Rosenstein was also involved. There are plenty of conflicts going around. It would be good for the media to be thinking a little bit more about these conflicts, the conflicts in the special counsel with so many Democrats, all of the problems that we've seen arise out of what has been able to be pulled there. And it's worth remembering that Congress has been requesting for a long time just to find out how did this investigation into Russia start, and the Department of Justice and FBI are absolutely stonewalling and obstructing that request.
Just today, 3,600 documents going to the House Judiciary Committee, so it's important to realize there are a lot of moving parts here on a number of different investigations, both of the FBI and DOJ, and obviously of whatever Special Counsel Mueller is looking into.
Yeah, and the president there mentioning 1 million documents. I thought that was new. There's so much news these days. They've said that 1.4 million documents have gone from the White House to Mueller. But just to hit pause for a second on that amazing moment that we saw play out, the live play out, like that will be picked over for years. Look at the president's body language. Listen to his tone. Listen to his repetition using disgraceful again and again, saying twice, we'll see what happens. John Roberts so good on what happens when he says that about you. So the president fighting. And this really plays into what he's been trying to do for a while. We've seen the discrepancy in his lawyer's strategy and his. The lawyers have wanted to cooperate, told him, assured him that it would pay off for him to cooperate. The president's been resisting. He's been wanting to fight. He's been wanting to discredit the Mueller findings with his base, and this does it big time.
You know, it's interesting just to think about what exactly, and we don't know, what Mueller may have found that referred to the U.S. attorney in New York. But having the politics of all of this swirl around at the same time. Meanwhile, Tom, this is 1 week ahead of Jim Comey's book that's coming out.
Right.
It is, as these investigations are going on Capitol Hill, Mueller has to know that he crosses a line in at least the president's mind as he's negotiating with the president to sit down by doing this. So you wonder how you get to that point.
Yeah. Look, I thought the president's speech was amazing. It was a greatest hits. I mean, he went through Comey, Hillary Clinton lies, Jeff Sessions recusal, Mueller conflict, Rosenstein. I mean, it was a recitation of the greatest hits. Obviously, he's upset. And as Britt Hume mentioned earlier, the only crime that we know of that might be connected with this right now is an FEC violation. And so, you know, over here, Trump's starting with collusion with Russia. And now we're looking at a private attorney of the president being raided by the FBI, no-knock raid. It's a pretty, as I said earlier, it's a pretty dramatic increase in the stakes of this investigation, and I would not be surprised. The other thing that everyone has told Trump not to do is to fire Bob Mueller, and I suspect he might be going on his own gut now and thinking, you know what, I've been right on this all along, I might want to do it.
So, I mean, just put this in context. This is a live presidential statement about a raid on his personal attorney's office that deals with communications, we're told, that tie to an alleged affair with a porn star, and a payoff days before the election, as he sits there and contemplates whether to strike Syria in retaliation for a chemical weapons attack. I just want to put that in perspective as people are getting their head around all this.
And there is that subtext, too, that the president talked about, which is there has been an active resistance movement since the moment he was elected. And they kind of go from item to item in an attempt to bring him down. So that is part of the context there. And he kind of, unlike a lot of presidents, he's so transparent transparent in how he speaks. He just talks about what is actually going on in this moment. But it's worth people thinking about as they do their resistance, which is, your right as an American citizen to do, whether it's worth bringing instability at this time for some of these issues going on.
One more pivotal thing, the president quadrupling down on firing Comey. Remember, Steve Bannon said that was the biggest mistake in recent political history. The president saying twice there he was right, and that fits with what you were saying about how he's now feeling about Bob Mueller.
Although referencing Rod Rosenstein's letter saying this is what should happen, whether that was written, after and how and when.
Well, the entire question, I think, right now is either there is treasonous collusion between Trump and Russia, or there is an FBI and Department of Justice that is completely out of control.
You think it's one of the two?
Well, I would love to see any evidence for the first claim that we have been spending so much time on. We have a lot of evidence to support the second claim.
All right, the Washington Post at this hour is saying that the raids dealt with FEC violations and bank fraud. We have no way to confirm that. If that's possible and it's separate, it seems like it's separate from Mueller, and he's referring something that he finds. This is all speculation until you find out what they're looking at.
Right. As I said earlier, when you have a breaking news event like this, there's the fog of war. A lot of questions are raised. We don't have a lot of answers to them. It will become clear in the coming, days and weeks exactly what, again, who proved this? How did the process go? How did we end up? It's kind of unusual for Mueller to bounce this up to the district attorney in New York, or to have Rosenstein sort of give him the approval to do that. And then, again, what was he after? What did he find? What was he looking for? And how is that connected to Trump in any way? Or if it's not, then is Michael Cohen just collateral damages in this whole affair?
And Brett, that Washington Post bulletin, a single source, but from a reliable reporter, and a reminder that this investigation is moving so much faster than a special counsel usually does, and faster than we thought this was moving.
All right, in the other politics here, you heard the president, talk about military funding, funding for shoring up the military as he considers military action. Now he is trying to get Congress to rescind some of the $1.3 trillion spending bill that he signed and actually threatened to veto at one point that when they were going to pass it. And the concern about the CBO projections, which we're going to get into from Capitol Hill. All of this playing on the same day.
Yeah, and rescission is, this idea of rescinding some of that spending is important, not just because Republicans like to think of themselves as fiscally responsible, and this $1.3 trillion omnibus was anything but fiscally responsible. The base of the party is very upset with that kind of spending spree, and there is an option where you only need a simple majority in Congress and the Senate to rescind some of that bloated budget, and the leaders in the House and the Senate can just suggest to Donald Trump what he suggests they rescind and get those votes through. That would be not just good for the fiscal health of the country, but it's absolutely important for a base that is wondering why have Republicans in each branch if they are not going to actually govern as they claim they will.